and I just wanted to talk to you guys about weave maintenance. I was at work today and I was talking to some of the girls there, and um, some of them, had weave, some of them had natural hair, some of them had relaxed. But what was disturbing to me is the girls talking with the weave in their hair, talking about they don't wash their weave for a month while it's in. That's not that's not okay. Basically, it's not okay. And they say because when they wash their weave, the hair doesn't come back the way they wanted to, and what you call it, they don't wash the weave because it'll come back the way they wanted to, and basically they want to keep the style. Listen to me. Would you not wash your lady parts for a month because you wanted to keep a style? Like, it's ridiculous. You have to wash your hair. And they were like, no, I mean, nothing happens, or whatever the case may be. Me personally, I can't do it for one reason. My scalp, when it's not washed, acts ridiculous. It flakes. It's uncontrollably itchy, and that's with or without a weave. I must wash my hair at least every 5 days for my scalp to be well with itself, basically. So I was telling them, I was like, how is that healthy? Like, doesn't it smell? Like, what's going on? They're like, well, you just have to pat it and, use sea breeze and stuff like that. And I've heard the sea breeze thing before. I remember when I was a little girl, I went to get braids. And I was like, well, now how do I wash it? Like, whatever the case may be. Like, oh, just put sea breeze or witch hazel on a cotton swab and just go through it. That's not okay. First of all, you're putting alcohol on your hair. You don't rub your skin down with alcohol just because. You do it for, if you want to get rid of germs or whatever, not to clean your hair. There's a difference between killing germs and making something clean. Yeah, so that basically blew my mind, because I was like, we're still thinking it's okay not to wash your hair because we have a weave in. And another thing too, after a while your weave starts to mat up and tangle up if it's not being washed, and that's your natural hair as well. So it's just unhygienic, and it doesn't make any sense. Just to keep your hairstyle, you'll risk your scalp to keep your hairstyle. So that to me was not okay. Things that I do when I have my weave, I wash it once a week. And another thing too, I started using a better brand of hair. I used to use, the Dreamweaver and the cheap Outree, or whatever the case may be, and you try and keep your hair in for a month and a half, and your hair just ends up looking like straw and ridiculous. That's why I get so annoyed with the Remy hair too, because I'm paying twice as much and still having to deal with the same nonsense. So what I do, where's my bottle? Hold on. You guys remember the relaxer video I just put up? The same thing goes for the weave. I put this, and I put Head and Shoulders, and that's for the itch, because my scalp is itchy naturally. But when I have a weave in, and the wefts are rubbing against it, it just makes it even more so. So I use Head and Shoulders. Then I use there's a new shampoo. I'm going to show it to you in another video that I'm doing, showing you what I actually use in my hair. It's an update of my hair tools video. And I use that. It's a smoothing one that's, specifically for the weave. And mix it up with water all the way up here, and just go through my tracks. Go through my tracks, go through my tracks. And as soon as I go through my tracks, I'm not patting it. I'm getting underneath there. You see it? Right? Just like that. Just like that. And starting to agitate my hair and, go through the wefts and stuff like that. And I do that twice. And afterwards, I flip my hair over, so that, the tracks are exposed. I get my Head and Shoulders conditioner. I put that in there, leave that for 5 minutes, rinse it out. I get my organic root stimulator, and I put that on my actual natural hair to treat it, because just because you have a weave in doesn't mean that everything's carefree. That means you have to take care of your hair even more. What is my dog chewing on? Hold on. What is that? Yeah. Where was I? Yeah, just because you have a weave-in doesn't mean that everything is okay and you don't have to do anything to your hair. You have to treat your hair even more so because you have an extra extension on. So I put the organic root stimulator, I deep condition that, rinse it out, and then I take basically a cheap conditioner and I use it on this. Well, this was the Indie Remy Ocean Wave. I said was, check the video. It's a mess. And I put that on there, and all this here needs is like something just to smooth it over, and I'm done. And it's not that difficult, and I let it air dry. I have a hooded dryer, but to sit underneath there sometimes just takes so long. I end up just, you know, walking around the house until the hair dries. So that's basically what I want to come to you guys and say, that ladies, you have to start washing your hair when you have a weave-in. It's not okay not to wash it. It's not okay not to take care of your scalp, and then when you take it out, the hair's a wreck. And you put the weave in, and your hair looks wonderful on top. Take care of your own hair. And it's not that difficult. It really isn't that difficult. It's not such a tedious process. I think it's laziness, basically. Like, I'm just not gonna wash it because I bought hair, so what? No, you have to wash it. So basically that's it. Yeah, it's a rant. Whatever.